I'm here finally. I am. YouTube makes me want to drink. Like, what? So frustrating to always be moving things around. And, like, why? Why do you just change things for no reason to make it more difficult for the people who use your platform? Just And nobody should be going live vertically. That should not be a default, and it should not be so difficult to change it from that. Hello, hello. No, if you want to do vertical video, go to TikTok. YouTube, under no circumstances, should be vertical video. Anyway, welcome. How are things, my friends? Eric Witzel's here. Jeremy Ortiz is here. Chili Man's here. Pinnell's here, or was. Tim Mallon's here. Waldrop's here. Congrats to 10,000. 10 of the 1,000 persuasion have subscribed to this nonsense. and Scott owes me $1,000. Oh, is this the 10K giveaway stream? I'm gonna give you something. UTR. Utter. It's probably not utter, but oh, we are going to. Last week, we made a bunch of these little boxes out of yellow cedar, 2 sizes. And this week, we're going to reinforce the corners with some Purpleheart. And, well, my bandsaw, I cut these up on my bandsaw. Hit myself in the face. I cut these up on my bandsaw last night. And I figured now that my bandsaw is set to cut spline stock, I'm going to grab some other stock and just rip some more down for later boxes, future mic boxes. Here's a great example of Purpleheart. I cut these up last night and I set them down on my bench. And one side looks like this. Yes, they are bandsawn. But one side looks like this. I don't know if it's going to show up to you guys. And the other side looks like this. Like, I don't know if you can see the color difference there. Well, maybe if I put one of each. And that's just like, that's not even UV. That's just like regular inside lights and oxidation from sitting on my bench over like 20 hours, maybe a little more or less than that. But like, that's amazing how much change has happened in that since I milled it. That's what it looked like after milling. That's what it looked like after sitting for like 20-ish hours. But in any case, let's spline these boxes. I've got my spline jig set up. While my bandsaw is set up, I'm going to rip some scrap for future mic splines and show you how I made these. It's not complicated, but let's rip some scrap into splines. We're going to use this stuff that I cut up last night. Now that I cut one corner for a spline just to get my bandsaw set up where it needed to be. And then now we're going to do it. Every time I hear Purple Heart, I think of my first supervisor in the Air Force. To sergeant. What's a to sergeant? Training sergeant, maybe? I don't know. She was injured in the Kobar Towers bombing. How important do you feel a drill press is in the shop? See many videos that say, yeah, not so important. Yeah, I think it's pretty important. I use my drill press probably on almost every project. If I need 90 degree holes, I'm not doing that by hand because I'm not gonna get it. So I could probably get away with one of those drill holder jiggy dealies with the, I don't know what they're called. Rockler makes one. Milescraft, I think, makes one. It basically holds your drill at a specified angle and works it like a drill press. I could get away with one of those. I don't think you need a full size like floor standy drill press for most things woodworking, but for hogging away material with a Forstner bit, I would not want to be doing it by hand. And anytime I need to be even approximately 90 degrees, yeah, little benchtop drill press. I bought mine at Canadian Tire, so essentially, if you're in the States, Harbor Freight would be the equivalent, pretty much. Cheap benchtop guy, I think I paid 125 bucks for it on sale. And it's been going for me for 7 years. So, yeah. You don't need a big Hawken one, but I think a little benchtop drill press is pretty integral to my workflow. Let's get cutting some stuff. So, over on the bandsaw, get you guys set up so you're not falling. So I've just taken like an 1/8 inch piece of MDF and I put it down and clamped it down to cut myself sort of a zero clearance dealie. I am set up to my width. I've got some scrap. I'm literally just going to push a bunch of these through and get my stock, spline stock, matched to the particular table saw blade that I have in my saw, and probably 90% of the time that's the saw blade that's in my saw. There we go. Maybe a little bit squealy. I don't know when the last time this was set up, so maybe possibly loud noises. Oh, not too bad. More sticks. Nice sleeve over here. walnut ones. Some cherry ones. There we go. We got a bunch of cherry ones, a couple of walnut ones, a bunch of sapele ones. Go, bunch of spline stock for future mic. Because I figured once I had my bandsaw set up to the right spot, might as well rip a bunch. What am I missing? Kevin Craft, another new name. Remember that? Yeah. My 4 most used tools: router table, bandsaw, drill press, thickness sander. You're a special case. The only thing he makes is Telecasters. So table saw, bandsaw looks very useful. Yes, but not. You can get anything done without them. I wouldn't want to not have them, but there's a million ways to do things. But efficiency and ease of getting things done, you can do everything with a Dremel. You could do everything with a Dremel if you really, really wanted to. I wouldn't want to, but there's no right way to get accomplished. If it's not dangerous and it gets you to the desired result, it's not the wrong way. Lowe's has the 10-inch jet drum sander on sale for $200 off. Not in Canada, I bet. Because I don't think our Lowe's there's a Lowe's in Nanaimo, but I don't think our Lowe's carry jets. And what's $200 and a 10-inch drum set? I don't know if I'd want a 10-inch drum set. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't not use it if I had it, but I'm gonna get a 1632 Supermax. Damn it. Let's cut the spline channels now. We've got our, it's like a cooking show. Like, you see what I just did that on the bandsaw, and now we're gonna, let's head over to the table saw. Speaking of table saws, your Lowe's sells beavers for cutting wood, don't they? No, they sell Delta. When I was going back and forth between the rigid and the Delta table saw, it was Home Depot for rigid, Lowe's for Delta. So they sell actual tools. They don't just sell beavers. So this is my spline jig. This is just, I made a U to go over the fence. I put another piece of plywood on it, and I cut some pieces to ride at 45, and then my box sits down in there. Set my table saw blade height to just below that corner while it's in there. We're just gonna buzz off a bunch of channels. I'm gonna get my boxes over here. I don't have any more room to put boxes, because I got a damn piece of furniture on a table saw. And then this just rides like that and snips out. That box looks too small. It's not ideal. Normally you would want these things to come down further, but when I made it, I was making bigger boxes. It sits in there okay. I would like a little bit more support than that, but it's fine. And also, I decided after I cut my practice one to get my size for my splines. I actually, on the next box, I'm going to do them all here on this box, but the next ones I'm going to bump it down just a little bit by bumping the fence. This one is getting done all at the same. Here we go. Gonna bump them down just a little bit for the rest of them because I don't really like the spacing on that. Now these ones will all go. Yeah, borderline too small. Close enough. Yeah, this is not ideal. But we got it done. What do you know about making boxes anyway, Paul? Boxes are not Telecasters. Dot. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Putting Splines in Corners of Boxes show. I'm gonna make these. Normally I would like cut triangles out of these, but I just really don't feel like it. So I'm just, no, you're right. I do feel like it because normally I would use my table saw sled, but I have a piece of furniture on my table saw that I don't want to move. So I'm going to go over to the bandsaw and yeah, I'll just cut them square. Doesn't matter. Normally I would cut them like this and flip them to make little triangles to save wood. But this is all just scrap that would otherwise be going in the fire pit anyway. So let's just, I guess, miter gauge. Meh. Yeah. Should I, best practice, do it as a triangle. Get more of them out of there. Hold on. Show people how you normally do it. Loud noises. So I'm gonna go make myself a new zero clearance. I wonder if I can. No, can't. Oh, let's see it over here. And then I'll go just approximately give myself 45 there. This clamp's going to be in the way. And then yeah, so I'll just use this as sort of an eye line. I'll start my piece and then I'll push forward. And flip and push and flip and push. I need 8 per box times 5. I need 30 of these. Somebody count. Pinnell, count. My count, that's about 34. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 33. I was pretty close. I did bad math anyway, didn't I? No, 8 times 5, that's 30. This is an exciting show. What do we remember? 33. Oh, we were counting. Keep going, I would have been correct. Why is the thumb? Okay, so the thumb. Last night when I was cleaning up, the preliminary cleanup before the show, remember the fabric pizza cutter? It had some spray glue. It had a little bit of spray glue gunked on it. So I was like, with my thumbnail, I was just like, this is sharp. And I was like, just getting the spray glue off of it with my thumbnail. And I went, just, you know, right on the pad of the thumb. So I'm just gonna put a brand. This is random leftover 80 grit sandpaper on my bench, and I'm not gonna make you watch me do them, but just put this down here. I'm gonna get all my little sort of fuzzies. Like that on all of these. But we can talk while that's happening. What's everybody up to this week? Anybody making anything? I'm pretty sure that I can talk and do this at the same time. I think we should all do a thing in a live. Mike is making splines for boxes. Paul should make a Telecaster. Yes, you can restore a tool. Okay, this all sounds good. Why worry about the fuzzies? Probably shouldn't bother, should I? But I don't know. I just don't like it on my fingies when I'm doing things. I don't like to have those little splintery bits. It's like, and I want to take a minute to talk to my friends. Really, I would only need to worry about the fuzzies if they were on this edge that might keep them from fully seating or get in the way of them fitting nicely. You're right. On the edge that I just cut on the bandsaw, don't need to. But I don't like feeling it. This Band-Aid is in my way. So let's check out the thumb. It wasn't that bad, but it was one of those like super clean ones that just like bled right away. Yeah, that's okay. Can't, right at the dip there, just, but I don't want that during this operation. Penel's making a bathroom. Yeah, dude, I liked it better before, I gotta say. Paul's on his third Telecaster this week. La-ti-da. Tim's cleaning his shop. That a guy. Got a paper. You want to pop by here after? Got a paper cut today while putting copper foil into a pickup cavity. So you didn't get a paper cut, you got a copper foil cut. Semantics! But also accuracy. That's not even semantics. That's just, you didn't get a paper cut. If you got cut by copper foil, that's not paper cut. Chili says, just want to say you're looking happier and sounding, I don't know. I wouldn't, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not happier. I think I will be. But right now, I would not say that I'm happier. Jeez, these are just barely oversized. Wow. This one might actually be too small. Who cut these? Woof, that's going to be real close. Oh man, I know that pain. Copper foil on the Strat about a year ago. Yeah. Not a paper cut though. I like the hardboard on the bandsaw. My Rikon center area is slightly lower than the table. Yeah, I mean, I don't do it for every cut, obviously, but I keep 1/8 inch. I keep a pretty good stockpile of 1/8 inch MDF around for just like, well, last week I pulled it out to do spray glue and cut fabric and stuff, just for nice, consistent, flat surface, but also for stuff like zero clearance on the bandsaw. Just push it through, clamp it on. There you go. I do have I have a brand new pack of Rikon bandsaw insert plates. Zero clearance table inserts for the Rikon bandsaw. I don't know why I don't just go ahead and do that. Do you guys know why I don't just go ahead and do that? Laziness? It's just easier to just fire a piece of 1/8 inch MDF up there? I don't know. I mean, I paid money for them. I should probably use them. Starbond medium, the best shop bandage. No, the best shop bandage is from Veritas. Hashtag not sponsored. These guys. And Starbond. I mean, I should agree with you because they don't pay me. They give me free glue, but they don't pay me. Super glue and duct tape, but only if it's Starbond. It needs to stay in the package in the shop for at least a year. I think those table saw or those bandsaw inserts, well over a year old. I don't remember when I got those. Well, yeah, definitely over a year that I've had those. But you're right. I mean, it's on brand. Get rid of my nibbies that I don't need to get rid of. Oh, we have a Mike's never tried this food before tonight. And I'm actually quite excited for it because it is a recommendation from a viewer. I want to say Lajeunesse? Possibly Matt Sherburne. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Lajeunesse. Might have been Sean McGill. One of you assholes made a recommendation a few weeks back. A month ago. Maybe. And I have secured myself some of this. I'm going to try it for the first time tonight. Actually, let's do after I finish taking the nubbies off of here. Before I glue them in, I'll do the Mike's never had this food before. And maybe have a cigarette. We're 46 minutes in. Not being as productive as we were last week. Made all 5 of these boxes last week on the show. That was impressive. I impressed myself last week. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. I have many leather-bound books. My office smells of rich mahogany. I'm more surprised by how fast you found them. Yeah, they were just right over there. My shop, even when my shop gets completely like unmanageably messy, I know where everything is. Well, I probably know where everything is, and I for sure know where almost everything is. Even when it's a gong show, like I'll know that the thing that I'm looking for is like 3 levels deep in that pile of stuff. Got some beautiful Granadillo and Zircote, probably. And cut it into guitar tops. Granadillo guitar top. All messages. Oh, all chat. Live chat. Yes. There we go. Sorry. See, 47 minutes this time that I remembered to go to all chat or whatever. Hey now, Mr. Busy Pants. Hey now to you as well. I'm making splines that I'm gonna spline. But first, we need our graphic. All right, everybody. It's time. It's where we've all been waiting. It's time for Mike's never had this food before. That's my fancy graphic. Mike's never had this food before. Episode number 3. Tonight, we are trying viewer recommendation. The Kirkland peanut butter pretzels. They are Valencia peanut butter filled pretzels from Costco. Obviously, Kirkland signature. I'm a little disappointed that I don't get to be the first person to open it, because wife went to the Costco run and I was like, hey, while you're there, like, I've been told about these things. And she got home and opened them. And I was like, oh, I wanted to open them on the show, but I have not tried them yet. So you'll notice there's a few gone. But this is going to be my first endeavor. It wasn't Lajeunesse. Who was it? Was it Sean McGill? Maybe? Somebody told me about the Costco peanut butter stuffed pretzel bites. So let's give them a go. Valencia. I don't know what Valencia peanut butter is. Is that better than regular peanut butter? I don't know. All right, here we go. Caduc. Could have been Caduc. Okay. Okay, Kirkland. That's a pretty good little snack. Yep. It's like a guy with a pretzel cart. Old-timey fellow with a pretzel cart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a nice combination of salty and sweet. How do you figure? The peanut butter must have gone in there. They must make these like raviolis. Like, the peanut butter must have been in there before it got... Because there's no hole where they would like syringe the peanut butter in there. I don't think these are going back in the house. Sorry, wife. Yeah. This is nutrition goal, Matt. Yes, I've been working on my nutrition. This is going to be one of my new food groups. Well, what is it? Something about wood. If you could only use one type of wood for the rest of your life, what wood would it be? We've had this question before, and I'm going to require clarification from question asker. Because do I still have to pay for the wood? Is the most important question. Is price a consideration? Do I just have an unlimited supply of one wood, but it's the only one I can use? Or can I only use one wood for the rest of my life, and I need to pay for it. Because it's two different answers. New favorite snack? Maybe my new favorite, like, Insta snack, like it's already ready for you. You just pop it in. Is definitely my new favorite pretzel. I'm just gonna keep eating these. So do I have to keep paying for the wood, or do I have an unlimited supply of the wood, but it's the only one I can use? And if I have to keep paying for the wood, I'm hoping there isn't going to be like a massive price fluctuation in that wood later. That's good. Once we find out who recommended these, we're going to give that guy like 27 Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points. I think, based on the fact that it was none of you guys, I think it was John Miguel. I thought about Mike. I thought about you. Oh, that was nice. Saw some beautiful quilted sapele this week. Put in an order for several chunks to cut up for guitar top, Telecaster tops. All the wood is $10 a board foot. $10 Canadian. Okay. Well, it would be silly of me to pick a wood that costs less than that then. Why is it $10 a board foot? If it's 10 Canadian dollars, I'll pick American black walnut. If it stays at $10 a board foot, yeah, I'll pick walnut. Easy to use, beautiful, luxurious. You can get some cool figure or some straight plain grain. Completely different look between like air dried and kiln dried and quarter sawn and rift sawn and flat sawn. There's enough variety within walnut. You can use sapwood if you feel like it. Yeah. I think I'll go with walnut. Sapele for Todd. Sapele for Busy Pants. I don't want to pay $10 a board foot for sapele. I don't pay $10 a board foot for sapele. I don't think there's enough variety in sapele. I mean, rift sawn to plain sawn to quarter sawn there is, but I like how all walnut is completely like even two boards out of the same tree, you can get like a lot of variation in the wood, and I would make use of that if I could only get one wood for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna keep eating these. Might not even spline these things. I might just eat these tonight. My oldest son just got hired on as an apprentice in a local guitar shop to learn to do repairs. Sweet. And then maybe he can do your setups for you so you don't have to pay that guy like $100 a pop. Oh, but we like that guy because he also sells your guitars. All right. Later, Chili. Thanks for coming in, my friend. I'd love to pay $10 a board foot for the most exotic wood. I'd still pick sapele because yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for versatility reasons. If I could only use one wood for the rest of my life, I would want a wood that is extremely versatile, like walnut. Because you can bleach walnut and make it lighter. You can darken walnut. You can, depending on the grain orientation and the air dried, kiln dried. Like walnut, I think has the most potential variation as a species out of the woods that I've worked with. And $10 a board foot is good. I put the lid back on and then I just took the lid back off. In any case, Kirkland peanut butter pretzels. That's gotta be like a 9. That's a 9.2. 9.2 out of 10 for the Kirkland peanut butter pretzels. Duct tape the darn lid. I know. I can't afford walnut. Yeah, but the question was, all woods are $10 a board foot. What's the only wood that you're using for the rest of your life if they're all $10 a board foot? Would love to. White oak would be more my speed. Pine. Yeah, but if that's why I said, like, if I have to pay for my own wood, I could only use one for the rest of my life. I think it would probably be cherry. Because cherry, for a quality hardwood, is not cost prohibitive. And there's enough variety in cherry. It's gorgeous. It's fantastic to work with. Smells great. Hand tools, power tools, it's good. It's fine. I'm killing the Kirkland organic animal cookies crackers. Animal cookie crackers? Animal crackers or animal cookies? Well, no, they're animal crackers. They're not animal cookies. I mean, I guess there could be animal shaped cookies, but the traditional animal cracker is an animal cracker. Cost, I hate cherry. Sap pockets show up halfway through a turning. Sure. But if you only get one, and you got to pay for it. And it turns like butter. Like, you got to admit, when you're riding a cut in a nice piece of cherry, it feels pretty awesome. I need to stop eating these. But I don't want to. can still reach them. I can still reach them. Mm. They're called crackers, but they taste like cookies. Well, yeah, but I mean, they're called crackers, and I mean, yeah, I mean, technically, they may be a cookie by definition. I don't know. Put a door between you and the pretzels? No. You know what they go great with? Todd, what, animal crackers? Or peanut butter pretzels? Mm. Coca-Cola? Yeah. Oh, those bad boys. Or a nice cold glass of milk would be good with those as well. Yeah. Pour some honey on the pretzels. Ooh. With a little honey to dip. Oh, a spicy honey. Like a honey with a little bit of cayenne. Just to add a little bit of bite. And then you'd get the sweet and the salty and the heat. Mm. Peanut butter pretzels. A Pepsi is what you're thinking. Well, you're wrong. Because Pepsi is not the answer to go with anything. Pepsi is garbage. Like, you might as well, if you're drinking Pepsi, you might as well be drinking Kikkoman soy sauce. It's another long-standing joke, or maybe not even long-standing. That's a harkening back for sure. It's Kikkoman hot sauce. If you're eating Kikkoman hot sauce, you might as well just be eating liquid farts. That might as well be the China Lily soy sauce. If you're putting soy sauce on something or in something, China Lily. Hashtag not sponsored. Stephen DeGould, welcome to the show. Drinking a Miller Lite. That a guy. Enjoy it. We bought the low sodium Kikkoman by accident recently. It wasn't good. Well, the full sodium Kikkoman isn't good. So I can't imagine the low sodium would be. Miller Lite and eating sushi. No, not a sushi guy. No. Sriracha. Yeah, a little bit of sriracha, I think. In some honey, dipped in with the pretzels. Mm. Have you tried the cooked rolls, not raw ones? Yeah, I've tried sushi a couple of times with a couple of different people that made me try a couple of different things. And I mean, I get it. It's fine. I don't hate, and considering I try not to eat vegetables, like, I don't mind the ones that are just rolled up and with like cucumber and carrots and ginger. I think is all that's in the ones that I'm okay with. But it's just like, and if it's China Lily soy sauce that you're dipping in, it's okay. But I think I would spend my money better. I think for what sushi costs, I think I can do better with my the way that I spend my food budget. Because when you eat sushi, you can't eat one sushi. Like, you can't. You gotta eat 30 sushis. 30 sushis? Sushi? You gotta eat 30 sushi. It gets expensive. I can have a cigarette. We're going to put these guys into these guys. And then next week, we'll flush them up, sand, and finish the outside of them. And the week after that, it's a month-long project to make some damn boxes. The week after that, we'll cut the lids off and attach the hardware and stuff. Hinges and clasps and things. Mike's going to put his wood in the box. A little mini triangle purple wood. Hello, Architectural Sheet Metal 101. It's a heck of a name. Guessing that you make videos on how to work with architectural sheet metal. Do you guys have Costco that sell the hand-dipped ice cream bars that they sell at the hot dog counter? They sell ice cream cones, and I think they do dipped cones. I don't think I've seen the bar. We did Costco. Costco makes a better poutine than they should be allowed to make. For the value at the food court area of Costco, like $6 for a Costco poutine, and there's like probably $10 worth of cheese curds on that bad boy. Like it's serious. It's much better value than you would expect. Well, all of the food at the Costco food court, it's not a food court, but you know what I mean. The Costco food court up at the front. That's a good value place to eat. I mean, with their hot dog and a pop for like $1.50 or something, and then their pizza, the big ass piece of pizza, like I don't know, $3 or something. Poutine is like $6, and it's like sometimes I make the mistake and I think like, oh, I'll get the hot dog combo and a poutine. Because I want the poutine, but I also want the hot dog combo. Don't do that. That's too much food even for like big guy that can eat. But I still do it. I know that it's a bad idea, but I still do it. Out of Ontario, Canada. Doing sheet metal in Ontario, Canada. Whereabouts? Tabernacle. People here know poutine. Well, yeah. I'm not ashamed to say that sometimes when I don't feel like going and getting curds, I'm not ashamed to say that I will do French fries and shredded cheddar and packaged gravy and just eat the shit out of it. And like just giant mounds. But ideally, obviously, that's what you wouldn't do. Barrie, Ontario. Home of the Otters. Oh man, I missed it. Missed what? The splines? No, we're only halfway through. I got my spline, my pile of splines. We're gonna glue them in a minute. I'm just taking a little break. I had the Mike's never had this food before segment, which is amazing. The Kirkland peanut butter pretzel bites. Damn. We're getting like some Canadians in today. Obviously. Usually I'm overwhelmed by Americans, but it looks like you guys are trying to even out the score here. That's good. Not that I have anything against my American friends, but like sometimes I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3. I lived in Montreal for 9 years or so, went to school at McGill. Cool. Cafeteria there used mozzarella in the poutine and it was acceptable. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's fine. It's just not what I want. So sometimes it's not what I want, but it's always acceptable. Like same with like shredded cheddar or a shredded blend of cheese. It's like I was about to say like slap a Kraft single on there if you want, but don't do that. Don't forget the Aussies. I would never forget the Aussies. I'm just saying. Like sometimes I have more Australians than I have Canadians. French fries are superfood. Noah got 2 rabbits, 2 sheep, 2 cows, 2 giraffes. He got tons of fries. Yeah, there you go. 2 tons of fries. That's right. New Jersey. From Pittsburgh and Long Island, go Pens. Okay. Everybody can cheer for whatever team they want. No, it took 2 Aussies. Maybe. Don't forget the Texans. I would never forget the Texans. Waldrop's a Texan. I didn't know that you were a Texan. We just met. Where are my new people from? Mr. Busy Pants is somewhere in Texas. Architectural Sheet Metal 101. If you have an actual name you want me to use, I will try to remember it because that's a mouthful. From Barrie, Ontario, marble shred and packaged gravy with Cavendish Costco fries. Cavendish Costco fries is a good answer. Yeah, marble shredded and packaged gravy is just fine. What's even better than packaged gravy, you can get Campbell's beef broth concentrate in a little sort of 250 ml guy, and you heat that up and thicken it with some cornstarch and water and just thicken that down. Dots in Colorado. I don't know if I have Coloradans. Coloradites, Coloradoans, Coloradoan. Al might be able to do that. Al, the architectural sheet metal guy from Barrie, Ontario. I might be able to do that relatively quickly because Al and architect. Al architect. You're a l'architect. That's how I'll remember it. Al architect. Al the architect. But he's not an architect. But I'm just working through it. Presidential Wilmington, Delaware. I'm sorry. I should. Every time, for the rest of my life, it doesn't matter. Every time I hear somebody say Delaware, I will see Wayne Campbell doing the green screen. Oh, and we could travel to Delaware. Hi, I'm in Delaware. Salado, Texas. 1 hour north of Austin. My boy Paul is in Plano, Texas, outside of Dallas, I think. Dated a girl from Wilmington, Delaware for a couple of years. I gotta run. All right, later, my friend. Great movie. It's not. We watched it again as a family like a few weeks ago on family movie night. And I was like, oh, I bet this is terrible. Like I've probably seen it 100 times, but I hadn't seen it in 20 years probably. I was like, oh, I bet this isn't as good as I remember it being. It was okay. But I didn't close this. I mean, there's those classic lines that'll always be there, right? Like, it certainly does suck. Or Malukalakahihi. Or what is it? Then would say that's the green screen thing again. Metal. Oh, there we go. That's a good way to remember it. Sheet metal, metal, architectural. We'll see. I make no promises, but I'm pretty good at remembering these things. Malukalaka hee. Come on, you want to lay me? Yeah, that was it. All right, now let's get. I'm gonna take my tape off the corners because I don't want when I'm jamming my splines in there. You might think like let's leave the tape on so that any squeeze out goes on the tape and then you can remove it. But sometimes you get these little bits of tape. And if you're putting your spline in and one of those little bits of tape and then you can't get it out later, you got a little chunk of green in your spline. No, get the tape off of there, clean up the glue later. You're going to sand the thing before you finish it anyway. Get the tape off it. I don't know why I'm holding a spline. Just going to do the corner ones. I'm not, oh, actually, I'm going to do this one too. This is the part of the show where people watch Mike take tape off of a box. It's definitely the most entertaining portion of the evening. Not that anything tonight has been super entertaining, but we've had a good time. I've been having a good time. Might go back for some more than pretzel bites. Normally, I would also do one in the middle, but I just don't feel it. It's not this box. These boxes are not going to be under a huge load of stress, I don't assume, in whatever use they get put into. Those miters are nice and tight, so the additional structural integrity I don't feel like is going to be an issue. Also, that'd be 4 more splines per box. And I just don't want to. So, they're my boxes. You want to put more splines in? You go put more splines in. You spline it all the way down. I don't care. You do what you want to do to your boxes. These are my boxes. Puffer Drive, Wilmington. What? The dumbest stuff stays in my head. I don't know what that is referencing. Just every time I hear the word Delaware, I just, hi, I'm in Delaware. That's all. Oh, what else can we talk about? While I'm peeling tape. I like random questions. We were talking about drill press earlier. Like, especially woodworking questions, but whatever. Questions in general. Don't know a lot of people in town. I'm a California transplant. You were transplanted from California to Delaware? Wait, were you the Delaware? I was in San Jose for a while. Home of the Sharks. Funny piece of trivia about me. Speaking of the San Jose Sharks, I guess. I grew up, I was an athlete when I was growing up, believe it or not. And I played relatively high level hockey for a long time. And every team, every tryout I ever got cut from a team, I was cut from that hockey team in favor of a fella by the name of Patrick Marleau. If you know who that is, you will know that there's nothing to be ashamed of there. Getting cut from a hockey team in favor of a young Patrick Marleau is nothing to be ashamed of. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame, I would imagine. What kind of air filtration are you guys using? Oh, I don't have any. I have a couple of dust collectors that very rarely get turned on. I do want to get one of those like ceiling mounted box air filter things. But I'm terrible. I'm terrible at dust mitigation and collection and yeah, not good. I'm hoping to get better once I do my shop renovation and finalize my dust collection situation and possibly get one of those box filter dealies. For a while, I just used a box fan, like an actual, like, what are they? 18, 20-inch box fan with like a furnace filter on it. Like beside when I was sanding and stuff. I use not powered hand tools, so I don't use filtration. Yeah, Mr. Sharp blades and hand tools and stuff probably he doesn't make a lot of dust. I have a friend wanting to do a woodworking channel. What should I tell him? I can't recommend it. I can't. I honestly, people ask me all the time, should I make a YouTube channel? No, I don't think you should. YouTube is a very, very saturated place. All of the niches are extremely saturated, and the amount of effort it takes to make a quality video really, really slows down the process of actually making the thing. Like I'll tell him this, if you want to take 3 times as long to make everything that you make, and then also have to sit in front of a computer for a few hours afterwards to make it into something that people are going to want to watch, so that hopefully one day you might be able to make like $40 a month doing it, then that's a good decision. If that's what you want to do, then yes, do that. I mean, your mileage may vary. Maybe he's super charismatic and he's like got a ton of money so he can pay editors and camera people and stuff. But just one dude in his shop making stuff, recording by himself, editing by himself, I wouldn't. It's in a lot of ways it sucks. You're just being honest. I I use Instagram because I don't want to make videos all the time. Love coming here to see friends, but I don't want to make videos of projects. I don't have that kind of time. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, you'll notice that I did a couple years, 3-4 years of like being relatively productive in terms of making woodworking videos and stuff. But that has dropped off significantly because it's just, honestly, it's hard to justify the additional time that it takes to make a project when you have to move a camera all the time and then edit things to just be disappointed with how many people watch it. Like I spent 6 months making an electric guitar and recording myself making an electric guitar and editing the video series of me making an electric guitar. And like 400 people have watched that. That was a couple years ago. So over the last couple years, like 400 people have watched that. I took a vacuum out of a box. I recorded myself taking a vacuum out of a box. Took me about 10 minutes. The editing took me about another 12 minutes. Maybe a little more than that. And like 80,000 people watched it. Like, it's making YouTube woodworking content is it hurts sometimes. Just transparent mic. It's not. I mean, the answer is no. Like, you should just tell them to come watch from 1 hour and 10 minutes until now of this show, because it's I don't know if what he thinks that it's gonna be, but it's not that. Let's glue in splines. I'm just gonna put some glue on them. I'm gonna knock them in. Mike's been so busy making YouTube videos, he doesn't have time to make a shop stool. Yeah, well, because I have to record the making of the shop stool as well. That's why it's taken 3 years to make a shop stool, because I'm recording it. How many people want to make an electric guitar versus how many people are interested in a review of a shop vac they're thinking about buying? This is exactly true. That's why you'll notice that a lot of YouTube woodworker people have a lot of the like tool review unboxing-ish type videos, because they're dead easy and people are Googling. People are going to YouTube going like DeWalt shop vac. They're not going to YouTube going make an electric guitar out of sapele and cherry or whatever. Okay. Where's my damn vice grips or something? Ah. Did I leave them at the shop? Where did I got a set of channel locks around here somewhere. Get this damn thing open. Maybe we're in a truck. Hold on. I have a friend who wants to make a woodworking YouTube channel, he says. Oof. I've mean, we all want to make a woodworking YouTube channel. Don't. I'm just going to pour some of this on my bench. Little puddle of glue. Do a little dippy dip. Just like that. Spline in boxes. That one went in a little easy, but I'll be a good friend and tell him forget it. You know what? Like I depend. The real answer is that it depends on why he wants to do it. If he wants to do it because he thinks it'll be fun, he's probably right. It's pretty fun to make videos of you making stuff. But if he wants to do it because he thinks it's going to be like some extra income, or because tool companies are going to send him free stuff, or if he's just doing it for fun, and his expectations for how it's going to go are in the right place. Oops, alarm went off. Sure. I mean, I started my channel because I was good, like, I was watching a bunch of YouTube woodworkers, and I thought, you know, maybe people would like to watch a guy who has no idea, instead of all these guys that are really good at this, maybe people would like to watch a guy who's just figuring it out. And like, come along as I try to figure out how to do woodworking. And I found my people. I've been doing this for, I don't know, 5 years. More than that, I think. And I just today hit 10,000 subscribers. Yay, me. 10,000 subscribers after 5 years and 400 maybe videos. So that's cool. And over those 5 years and 400 videos, I have made some good friends, and maybe $2,000. Oh, Tyler's here. All right. Look at that. Watching King Gizzard live stream their show. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? With too many frets in their guitars? It's my 1934 alarm again. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that's set, but whatever. King Gizzard, Lizard Wizard. With too many frets in their guitars. I had to look them up. Never heard of them, but now I have. The only thing I know about them is that they have too many frets in their guitars. And the only reason I know that is because that is Tyler Peterson's inspiration for putting too many frets in guitars. Is King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. Wizard Lizard? Thanks for letting me hang on my drive home. Yeah, you betcha, my friend. You come by anytime. We're here every Saturday, same time. Nowadays, we're actually making stuff. For a while, we were not making stuff. So this is a welcome change, I think. Getting stuff actually done. Talking about making stuff, actually making stuff. Making fun of some of us, sometimes me, sometimes other people, but always in a kind, good-hearted way. Because we're here to support each other and make the world a better place. Listening to Le Risque right now. Kind of reminds me of the Black Keys. I don't know who this is. Black Keys are pretty okay, though. High praise. They're pretty okay. Oh, Sean McGill's here. Hey, Sean McGill. Did you make a food recommendation on this show a little while ago? From Costco? Because tonight's Mike's never tried this food before. We're trying to figure out who told me to buy these things. Because nobody here is claiming responsibility for this. But somebody on this show is responsible for this. Not sure. What is the thing? I would think that if it was you, you would remember the thing. I'm going to have another one. The Kirkland peanut butter pretzels. How often do you sharpen your lathe tools? Not as often as I should. More often now that I have the Wolverine jig set up on my grinder than before I had that. But yeah, I don't think anybody sharpens as often as they should. But there's no real answer to that. I sharpen them when they are not performing adequately. When they're super sharp, they perform really well. They slowly dip down into adequate. Once they dip past adequate, I sharpen. And I'm getting better at sharpening as they get to adequate before they get past that. Now that I have the Wolverine jig, because it's just quick and easy and boom, boom, back to work. No, I'm just going to eat these again. All right, 2 boxes. Nope, missed a corner. Some of these are sliding in just perfect. No tapping required. I'd put too much glue on my bench. Nice. Nice, snug fit, but don't have to pound them. Yeah, the pretzels, they are good, man. Tyler Peterson, we were talking about the food court at Costco. Tyler Peterson should be eating there every day because he lives like right beside a Costco. Like hot dog and a pop one day, you go have a poutine the next day, you go have pizza the third day, then you get a sandwich. Their sandwiches look fantastic. I don't think I've ever had one, but they look really good. Then a poutine again, then a hot dog again. Like I think it'd be cheaper than getting groceries to eat at the Costco food court. I eat there way too often. No, I don't think that's true. Because they have a wide enough variety of stuff for like good value. I'm gonna run out of splines. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How did I do this? Did I lose some splines? All right. I don't know what happened, but I'm down to like 2 boxes worth of splines, and I've got 3 boxes left. But whatever. Spend way too much money at that place. Not at the food court. Like $2.50 for a hot dog and a pop. Come on. Sort of a big deal there. They call you an executive. Yeah, they call me that too. Get the black card. It's like the American Express Black. Like, kind of a big deal. Left him in the truck. Yeah, Mr. Busy Pants seems to have gotten the swing of things relatively quickly. It was well done. Yeah, I think he'll fit in just fine. I didn't even leave him over on the bandsaw. I must have just miscounted. No, I cut it. You guys watched me cut like 34 of these things, right? Didn't knock a bunch off the bench. Whatever, I'll go cut some more splines. It's just sitting right there. Gas at Costco is so cheap. Well, I mean, maybe where you are. Gas at Costco here is cheaper than anywhere else. But let's be real. What's a liter? What's a liter to a gallon? It's like 3.8 or something. Like almost 4 liters in a gallon. 3.78. Let's say about 4. Which means that we are right now paying $7.50 a gallon. I'm not a math guy, but we're at what, like $1.70 a liter, something like that. It's not infrequent that we are at $2+ a liter. $6.40. All right. Well, I told you I'm not a math guy, but I eats the butt. That's a name. Ran into your channel scrolling the tubes. I'm okay, man. Just putting some splines in some boxes. Welcome to the show. Don't be weird. Well, you can be weird, just be weird in a cool way. With a name like I Eats the Butt, I'm a little concerned, but you know, if you're if you're weird in a good way, stick around. If you're weird in a not cool way, my buddy Pinnell will take care of you. Right, my buddy Pinnell? I mean, I can too, I guess, but I'm busy. I'm splining. We're all a little weird. It's true. As long as you're weird in a good way. I'm a little disappointed that I'm going to run out of splines. I'm sure that I cut enough. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'll do this one. I'll go cut 8 more. No biggie. And then, like I said, next week, we'll get these all fleshed up. Get these all flushed up to the box, and we'll sand and spray. And then the week after that, we'll finish them up. Been looking up videos on how to build cabinets. Now my feed is full of carpenters and plumbers. Well, it's probably a better feed than it was before. I don't know what you were watching before, but it's pretty much all I watch is people making stuff. Unless I'm like trying to accomplish something and I need to look up a specific something. Like I learned how to wire an electrical outlet on YouTube. But honestly, I don't really watch that much YouTube anymore. There's a few that I watch consistently. And there's a few that I used to watch consistently and don't anymore. For one reason or another. But yeah, I don't watch a ton of YouTube anymore. Too busy making the YouTube to be watching it. Because I gotta make them dollar bills. Yeah. dollar bills, yo. That was still gotta be a tape. Tens of dollars. YouTube's bad for you. One video leads to another, and before long you end up in a chat. Then what? Then what? Right? I know. Then you're in this chat room watching some idiot put splines in the corner of a box over and over and over again. Just gluing little triangles into box corners. Real quick, just bust out a couple more splines. Hey! Oh, now I dropped one. Bet he wishes he had a bandsaw with a brake. I wish you were closer. I wish you were closer so I could throw something at your face. Trying to learn how to do things around the house. Bought a ton of tools compulsively, and now I have to learn to use them. You don't have to, but I mean, it'd be cool. This is definitely a great place to come to learn. In fact, that's one of the things that I say all the time here on the show is to like definitely come here to learn. Anyone play The Sims? Reticulating spline? I don't know what. There's people making jokes that I don't understand. What bandsaw do you have, Paul? Paul has the Laguna 18BX, I think. Yeah, ooh, he's got a foot brake. All these new people and not one Patreon plug. Yeah, because I'm terrible at marketing and making money. I do patreon.com/wooden things and stuff, where you can be cool and chip in a couple of bucks on me being great. They get special benefits. Not as many as I should give them, but I know I missed a window. There were a bunch of new people here that I should have been pitching to, but you know, I'm just not good. I'm not good at begging people for money. Patreon giveaway. Yes, one of these boxes is going to be a Patreon giveaway. Patreon 10K subscriber giveaway. Maybe that's one of these boxes. I don't know. I did say I'm going to give out one of these boxes on Patreon, and I absolutely am going to do that. And they get to vote on what I make next and stuff like that. Sometimes when I don't know which of these things I should make next, I ask them. But also sometimes they have to put up with, like, I'll put up a piece of writing or, you know, you want another mallet to give away? Hey, you know what? If you want to give away another mallet, I will help you do that. But hey, I eats the butt. You just want to make me say your name. I have to go to sleep, but I'll catch up on your videos. All right, thanks, man. You gave me $10. So, just so everyone's aware, and eats the butt, just so you know as well. If you gave me that money from an Apple device, I'm gonna get about 3 of those $10. If you gave me that not through an Apple device, I probably will get about 6 of those dollars. I appreciate it nonetheless. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just, for information's sake. If you want to give me money, it is a better place to do it is at Patreon. I do get a higher percentage of what other people try to give me over there. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ooh, don't ban them. Yeah, come back Saturday nights. We're always, I mean, unless I say in advance that I'm not going to be, we do the show on Saturday nights. What device do I use so you don't get anything? The carrier pigeon, or you just not give me money, like don't try, and then I won't get any of it. That would do it. These guys are needing to knock around a little bit. Wait, doing donations here doesn't all go to the streamer. No. If you use an Apple device, Apple takes the first 30%, and then whatever's left, YouTube takes 30 or 40% of the remainder. If you're not using an Apple device, then I get the 60 or whatever percent of the total. But no, YouTube gotta take their chunk, yo. That's why I tell people, like, I'm not good at it, but Patreon is the best place to give me money in terms of make like the majority of it going to me. What's the brass hammer it's just a crappy little brass hammer. It's nothing special. I think I got it at Canadian Tire or something. Just a little. It's got enough heft to do little things like this. I don't use it for very much. I like the rounded ends, and it's small and weighty. That's messed up. I thought when we send money specifically to the streamer, they get it all. No. Why would you think such a ridiculous thing? That YouTube's just going to allow you to give money to somebody directly through their platform without them getting a cut? Why would you think such a ridiculous thing? How much is the monthly bill you have to pay YouTube to host these live streams? I don't directly pay YouTube to host these live streams. But they take a lot of the money that I earn for them. I'm not supposed to be allowed to talk about the money that they take out of what I do. But I'm gonna for a second. I was looking at my analytics just the other day, actually. And I have a video. You might know about it. It kind of went a little bit crazy in terms of the number of viewers compared to normal that I get. And the advertisers who advertise on that video paid YouTube approximately $10 per 1,000 views that video got. So the money from advertisers like Toyota and whoever gave to Google $10 per 1,000 people who watched that video. YouTube gave me approximately $2 of those dollars. Give or take. So of the money that was given to YouTube to play ads on that video, YouTube took 80% of that money. That's just facts. What's the orange behind me? This guy, B. Pinnell. How you doing, my friend? That's just a little sanding stick. Just like sandpaper on a stick. Super chat split is 70-30. Oh, okay. I thought woodworking channels got more than that. Sometimes it changes. My general RPM, so per $1,000 that comes to me in general on most of my videos is somewhere in the neighborhood of $4 or $5. That particular video was around 2. But it's still, I mean, a heck of a lot better than the video game guys. Video game guys are getting like 70 cents or something. Mike, you gonna come down for some ribs this weekend? I don't think I am. I was going to. Well, I had hoped to. I never did actually have plans to, but I know that it's happening and I had hoped to. But I doubt it. I'm a little disappointed today. I was supposed to take my paddle back across the water. For those of you who might remember, I did an inlay, an epoxy and wood inlay on a ceremonial canoe paddle that is representative of a lot of things in our community and togetherness, and it's a long ongoing tradition event here in our community, and I got to be a part of this piece of art, and it's been on hiatus for this event. It's been on hiatus for 4 years, and it was supposed to go again finally after 4 years. It was supposed to go today. And lawyers got involved, and it did not go today because the lawyers got involved about liabilities. And I mean, for 13 years in a row, they bought insurance and away they went. And this year, lawyers got involved, and so it's been canceled for another year. If you go down, you could have Tyler's ribs for the Mike's never had this food before. I suppose I could. I'd have to record it though, and I would want to just enjoy myself. Thought you already had the ceremony. No. It was supposed to happen. Like, I was given the paddle to do the art piece for the 2020 edition of the event. But then obviously 2020 happened and the event didn't happen. But then we thought it was going to happen in 2022. So I did the paddle. And it didn't happen. Then 2023 also didn't happen. I might have the timeline wrong. But it was finally supposed to happen today. And I found out yesterday. I had today off work. I booked today off work like 4 months ago to go on this paddle. And I found out yesterday that it was canceled. Lawyers ruin all the fun. Yeah. Do you still have it? I don't still have it. I gave it back to the organizers, but I was talking to the organizer yesterday when I found out that it was canceled, and he wants me to hold on to it because he's 92 and he is passing it off to other people, and he wants me to have the paddle in safekeeping for whenever it actually starts back up again. So he's gonna be giving it back to me at some point pretty soon. I changed insurance companies last week. Yeah, did you have to go to a lawyer? It's paying $1,000 per month. New agency is charging $530 per month for the same coverage, the same or better coverage. Because that sucks. How long were you paying double what you could have been paying? That sucks when you find that out. Charge the city a storage fee. Well, it's not the city. I mean, if the city would have done well, no, our city wouldn't do anything about it. Our city probably doesn't want to have anything to do with it because it's about bringing people together. But no, it's not even a nonprofit. It's just like a local dude and the people who care about it that put the event on. 4 years of overpaying. Not a guy. You'd have yourself a festool domino if you would have saved that money. Insurance companies are the worst. I don't know if they're the worst, but they're pretty bad. Can you make a YouTube video on the paddle? Yes, I can. It's entitled, I don't remember what it's entitled. I made it like a couple years ago. Epoxy and wood. I don't remember what it's called. The thumbnail is me pouring epoxy resin, little epoxy resin cups, and I think it says like this was important or something on the thumbnail. That's bad friending, Paul, that you don't know that. There's no green in my shop. I know, that was why it was funny. God. Come on. All right, so the splines are in. We accomplished what we were trying to accomplish for tonight. Switched from Allstate to USAA. This episode is not sponsored by USAA. Don't sell insurance companies on my show. Oh, link to the video. Okay, but is it though? Pinnell has put a link up, but is it? Somebody let me know if that's actually the right link. Because Pinnell thinks he's Paul Rudd. Finally got my old bike back on the road. Not riding it much because I have to learn to use a foot clutch and a hand shift. I'm not a bike guy, so is that hard? It is. I mean, that's how I drive a manual car. With foot clutch and a hand shift. Like, what's the problem? Like, why is that so difficult? 53 panhead. I get you. I don't know. I'm not a bike guy. I was talking to, I was at band practice, and there was a pretty slick looking bike parked next door. And I was talking to my bandmates about how, like, that's the kind of bike, if I was going to be a bike guy, that's the kind of bike that I would get. Just something like that. Not a big, like one of these guys, but not like a way over the, just a nice, if Mikey B was here, he'd be able to tell you what kind of bike it was. But he's not, because he's a bad friend too. We looked it up, and I was like, man, I could almost probably afford that. Chris, you should make one YouTube short and link. Yeah, that's what you should do. You should just put one short on your channel, and then every time I get you to put a link, that's the link that you put, is a link to your short. That'll be great. I will totally not fire you. Is Pinel posting teriyaki video again? I don't know. I told you guys to click on it and see what he put, because like he probably did, but maybe he put the one we were actually talking about. Sometimes he plays nice. Sometimes he does what he's actually supposed to do, but most of the time he does teriyaki pork chop. Teriyaki pork chop. Yeah. Because of course he did. Anyway. I'm going to dig back in on these pretzel bites. I still very much want to know who is responsible. It was one of you guys told me about these things. Must have been Sherburne. If it was none of you. Because one of you guys was like, dude, you need to, next time you're at Costco, you need to get the pretzels filled with peanut butter. I said, I've never heard of this, but this sounds like something I would like. He is right. The canoe paddle video is called Artistic Inlay Panel with Exotic Woods and Epoxy Resin. Of course it is. Because the video wasn't about the paddle. It was about the inlay panel with exotic woods and epoxy resin. I just talked about the paddle during the process. Link to canoe paddle. There's a very small % chance that that's what that is, but he's been doing this for you for how long, and all he's gotten was a calendar of me. Yeah, and he paid for that. It's the right video. Yay! Not a guy, Pinnell. Funyuns are gas. What? Oh, I'm tearing up this bag of Funyuns. I don't think I've ever had a Funyun. I've heard the term. Maybe we don't have Funyuns in Canada. Somebody should send me a bag of Funyuns, and I'll try those. Right video is subjective. I suppose it's true. In order for the joke to stay alive, the other one was the right video. These things are dangerous. How much did this cost? Because I probably shouldn't eat like $40 worth of these things in a go. You need the spicy Funyuns. That sounds good. Hitting the nutrition goals. That's right. I've been working on my nutrition. And these have at least 3 food groups. They have bread, salt, and butter. It's a pretty good balance. The Valencia peanut butter. I'm like, sounds fancy. Just so you guys know, just take a moment to recognize that you guys are spending your time on a Saturday night watching a guy sit in his shop and eat peanut butter filled pretzel bites. That's a thing that you're spending your time doing. I would too. We're hanging out with our friends on the internet. $10? Come on. Maybe in American money. You guys might get this for $10. But no way. Even if you transfer that into Canadian money, there's a 0% chance that this thing was only like $13. Eric Habakai, while you're eating lunch, you're watching somebody eat pretzel bites. Hey, Brian's here. How you doing, my friend? I'm eating the Kirkland brand peanut butter filled pretzels. Was it you? Were you the one that recommended these? I'm trying to figure out who recommended these to me. Because they win Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points. These things are great. I need to move them away. I'm replying to work email on the laptop. You're getting paid right now? Howdy, guy. I love it when people are at work watching this and they're getting paid. Because that's... They do get a little bit might lower. It was a 9.2, but they do kind of get jammed up and like yeah, I'll stick with it. 9.2. I always enjoy eating those until I eat too many of them. That's about what I'm doing. I'm putting a good dent in that thing. But just finished 6 ounces of fun onions. Is that a lot? 6 ounces doesn't sound like a lot. I probably had like half a pound of those bad boys. But what's a pound? How many ounces in a pound? Like 40? It's probably a stupid number. It's probably like 37 or something stupid. It's not going to be like an even number or like a round number. Like how many inches are in a foot? Well, 12, obviously. Why would you want to make it 10? That's stupid. 16. See, I told you. I told you. I like your mindless YouTube stuff. Well, yeah. Thanks, I guess. I had a friend once that was Canadian. We were always comparing the prices of stuff. Sometimes it just blew my mind. Yeah, so Pinnell, how much is Canadian Costco selling these bad boys for? Normal bag size. That's a normal bag size. Probably had like 12 or 13 ounces. It feels like a lot. 2 for 20 in Australia? Yeah, maybe they're cheaper than I think they are. Because I would look at this and I would guess that this much peanut butter pretzel bites, I would assume, would be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 26 bucks. But I don't know, because no one will tell me. If they're that cheap, I'm gonna eat the hell. I'm gonna get one every time I go, and I'm just gonna eat it on my way home. No, I'm not. You need to go put them in the house. No, if I put them in the house, then other people will eat them. I can't put them in the house. Wife opened them, and I was like, oh damn, I wanted to open that live on the show. And she was like, oh, I didn't know. And I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But now they're in the shop. Now they're shop pretzels. I'll bring them back in the house. Yeah, I'll bring them back in the house. Maybe tomorrow. I'll bring whatever's left back in the house. Oh, gotta get back on the shop stool. It's right here. Like it's ready to have work done. Need to wash them down with a Smithwick's. Yes, I do. Yeah. Smithwick's would be really good with those. A Smithwick's would be better with those than strawberry banana. What is this? Strawberry lemonade Crystal Light in water. What was your dinner? That's my dinner right there so far. I got home from work and I set up for the show and I did the show. That's the first thing I've eaten today. I told you guys, I'm not good at nutrition. I'm trying, but I'm not succeeding at nutrition. Some days I'm getting better. Like I'll remember to eat lunch or breakfast. I made a delicious sandwich the other day. What was the sandwich? It was turkey, bacon, Genoa salami, fried, toasted with cheddar and some Kraft Miracle Whip. It's good. It developed a peanut allergy. Geez, I hope not. I thought I took the day off. I did take the day off. But then yesterday when I found out that I didn't have to, or that I didn't get to go do the thing, I told Nadia, I was like, I can work tomorrow if you need me to. And then Nadia said yes. And then she got sick. So if I would have gone to Quadra to take that paddle back today, like we probably would have had to close the store. You're gonna hit the hay. All right, later, Paul. We'll see you next week. Where's my box of stuff? Supposed to get a pipe bender for making an acoustic guitar, and a radius block, and a. Just kidding, my friend. Sick. No, she was. I saw her like on Thursday, and like you could see like her lymph node like coming out the side of her neck. I had a delicious bass for dinner. Not a guy. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I'm probably just gonna have pizza pops and go to sleep. Because nutrition. Tomorrow, maybe I'll eat something good. I want to do another cooking show. Next time I'm in the kitchen cooking something good, I'm gonna record it. It might be something simple. It might be just a delicious sandwich. But I have fun making cooking shows, and we all know that that's the important thing about making YouTube, is that the creator themselves enjoys doing it. It's not about what you guys want. It's certainly not about making money. I can still see, like, there, that is going to scar. I can still see that this is where, yeah. I think that's permanent. All right, I guess we'll get it wrapped up. 2.5 hours. That's a pretty good show. We got everything splined. We had a ton of pretzel bites. I got to eat something and go to bed. So, we'll bid you adieu for this one. Oh, this week I got to make my 10,000 subscriber video. I'm going to make a plaque. YouTube doesn't send out plaques for 10,000 subscribers. So I'm going to make one. Yeah. And I'm going to put up I started to make my, because I have a lot of new peeps, I made a Mike's top 10 favorite projects videos. I haven't come up with the name for it yet, but like my top 10 favorite projects that I've done on the channel. So I'm going to put that out as sort of like an entry point for new peeps that want to like go into the back catalog. Like these are good places to go. And then I got to record a 10,000 subscriber. Thank you very much, everybody, for 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to make a plaque, and then it'll be a project video of making a plaque. Basically, like a triangle mounted to something. That'll be an exciting project. Especially when you say it that way. It'll be a triangle mounted to something. We've met me. I'll overdo it. Yeah, then guitars. shop stool, the wall cabinet. So many things. So much things to do. But that's future me's problem. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next week. I think. I don't have anything going on next week, do I? No, I think we're good for next week. Anyway, I'll let you know. I'll let the people on Patreon know first. They'll find out before everybody else. Patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. That's good. We got splines in. That was the goal. Not sponsored, but maybe go get some of those pretzel peanut butter bite things. Good. 9.2 out of 10.